Welcome back to the dungeon. Arr!
Arr. Wait, no, that's a pirate.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
No, we're gonna still go. Okay, let's go.
Score!
There we go.
Hey!
Oh,
So, welcome to our dungeon here. We are Robbie Drebbett and Travis J. Gordon. And we're the
or
guys...
just Travis Gordon.
Well, Travis Gordon works
The J,
as well.
I like the J too.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why his dad... he's sometimes known as TJ, as opposed to T-Bone.
Okay, anyways.
Anyhow.
What are we doing here?
Basically, freezing our butts off in this cave. But other than that, we are here to produce this show, which is going to provide you with a few hints, tips, tricks, whatever, the secrets of Dungeons and Dragons. If you're that interested in playing it, as we are, you know, we just want to share these, and because like when you read some of the instructions, they read like stereo instructions, man. So we're gonna try and break it down for you, bring it down to the bare bones.
And the name of the show is?
Dungeons and Dragons Tips, Tricks, and Secrets.
Is it? Oh, okay.
Oh, well,
I thought it was D&D Secrets.
D&D Secrets.
Okay,
That works
it
so
doesn't
much
matter.
better.
It doesn't matter.
Nah,
Okay,
wherever it goes.
So on today's show, we are going to discuss classes.
Yes.
So Rob in our game, I'm the dungeon master. He's one of the players.
Mm-hmm.
He is a cleric. So I'm just going to ask him about why did you choose the cleric?
Basically, I was told to be a cleric by him. But the reason why was because the team needs a medic. It doesn't matter what century you're in, whatever kind of game you're playing, even if you're like in Rainbow Six or that sort of thing, you need a guy with medical training.
So you go, medic!
Medic!
Okay.
Or cleric!
Cleric! Okay.
Echo!
Okay, so I told him to play a cleric just
Yeah.
because I thought it would be interesting because normally he's the type of guy who would run into the fray with his sword and want to fight and battle and...
Or just blast it out of people with like magic spells.
We're not allowed to swear. I guess we
Oh, damn!
are. Now I have to bleep it. Okay, so
Oh.
anyway, so I said, okay, be a cleric, and at first, when he played the cleric, he was basically killing everything. Like rats and like monsters. He was the first one in. I'm like, dude, you're a cleric. You're supposed to heal people.
Yeah, so that was the first game around. And then slowly as time went on, with every sequential game, I got better and better and tried to understand the role of a cleric.
Right.
He's not a warrior, you know. He just like stays outside of the battle. Maybe he'll help out with a crossbow if he's that good, if he's lucky. But other than that, you know, excuse me. But other than that,
Now, you've died quite a few times, though.
I wouldn't say died.
Once.
I died.
He got...
I didn't die, technically. What I did was got beaten unconscious.
Right.
You know,
and then he got stabbed by that skeleton.
yeah. It was the point, you know, where I was just lying on the floor after I had given, like, my teammates an idea on how to get rid of this guy chasing me.
They didn't follow
They
it.
didn't follow
And
it.
then you ended
and
up...
then I ended up
Yeah.
on the floor. And, you know, as this is going on, I say to Trav, you know, maybe we should go for the Spirit Walk adventure now. Which
Yeah,
is what
well, we
people-
haven't played that yet. That
No.
sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, it is cool. Basically, it's just
All we think.
Yeah.
In theory.
the premise behind it is that when you spirit walk, your character's soul goes to the underworld and has like a bit of an adventure there, carries on after death, which is kind of cool.
The concept is pretty cool.
Yeah.
We haven't played that yet.
No.
Okay, back to cleric. Okay, the cleric. Let's see. What powers does a cleric have? What?
Obviously, he's a holy person, so
Sure,
he
sure.
basically white magic. So he can
Like divine magic.
divine magic.
Yeah,
Yes.
fine.
So he's able to cure people, you know, heal their wounds, purify water, I think poison as well, turn away the undead,
Right.
you know, keep them at bay.
Now, how does he do that? Do you have to say anything?
Um,
It's like turn undead, right? You keep
yeah,
them-
like it's not so much, you know, like you just put up your hand and they just turn away. Like the hand could glow, we don't know. But we just basically bull crapped.
What?
Not a very
What are you
clerical
talking
thing to say.
No,
But-
you're not much.
yeah,
well, you're
that-
not in character right now.
No, exactly. But at the same time, like,
Now, what about the other classes? There's,
Yeah.
in the party, who else? What other classes are represented?
well, there's our little starlet there. That what's her name? Julie O'Halloran.
right.
who-
She plays an elf.
Well, half elf.
Half elf.
Half
right?
elf, yeah.
Who is a sorcerer, and yeah. And who else? We've got
Castle.
who's played by Penyu Chalikov.
Sure.
Yeah, and he's just a big tough fighter.
Yeah, he's like a meat and potatoes kind of fighter. You know, the tank of the group. Yeah, he just carries that great big sword.
He's the guy who goes into the fray and fights whatever. As Rob, the cleric, sort of is back there healing people, healing him mostly when he's in the fray.
And sometimes being an objective outside eye, I can also strategize a little bit.
Sure.
Tell people look up behind you, that sort of thing. Like, aim over there.
He's the tank. But
Castle is the tank.
Right.
Anyways,
so anything else you want to mention about being a cleric? Like, do you try to role play? Do you try to get into your character's mindset?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
When we're playing though, we're a little loosey goosey because we're sort of talking as we do now. I mean, we're talking modern day sort of speech.
Yeah.
We're not getting into a whole
I think maybe you guys eventually might get into role playing the character. No, it seems to be evolving. At first, they were just like, okay, my guy goes here. And now it's getting a little more where you're arguing almost in character, like you're seeing what the character's seeing.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what's cool because I don't know, you forget sometimes that you're just sitting in a room playing with little figurines on a grid about what to do next. I mean, you sometimes feel like you're in this location with seeing these people as you perceive them to be with these clothes and weapons.
And you've taken on character traits or personality traits that you normally wouldn't do, which is hang back and just heal people. And it took you a while to evolve to that level.
Yeah.
Like maybe 3-4 games before you
I wouldn't say 3-4, but yeah, it took me a little while to get the grasp of just playing opposite of where I normally play. Considering not the very first time, but the first time I played D&D in a long time was the bard Altamaron.
Right.
And
that's a different class, so that's still on topic.
Yes.
Now, how did you like playing a bard?
Oh man, it's cool because he's a jack of all trades. He deals with magic. He deals with music, and I love magic and I love music as well. I mean,
right.
I try.
Trying
to be a singer.
Now, most people, they don't like the bard. There's a lot of people who complain about the bard. They don't like it.
Yeah.
How do I use the bard? He's a jack of all trades, master of none type thing. But you loved playing the bard.
Oh yeah, no, he was a blast.
No, it was it was funny in the games because you would sometimes just start singing because of it. And now, how did the other players react to that?
Well,
I found that amusing.
Considering it was just you, there was no one else. Whenever
but remember you were playing with Emil and you were
singing?
Oh,
right!
Yeah, that was hilarious. That was
Emil was like, shut up!
Yeah.
Now, if you followed the rest of our shows, Emil Beausoleil, he plays Max Damage in the
one of our shows.
Over
on our T-Bone Pearson account.
Idiot and the Scorpion.
Anyways, that was cool. Now let's go to the next portion of the show, which is tools of the trade.
Yeah, tools of the trade.
Tool of the trades.
Yeah.
That's what I say. Okay, anyways. Okay, so we're going to show you stuff that we use to help represent what's going on in the game, and we like it.
Yeah.
So
what we got here...
Well, do you want to start with the grid first?
Yeah,
we got the grid here.
That's fine. All right.
So here, I'll get you to hold that.
Sure.
And so basically, they have little... you were going for one of these.
Yeah.
Basically, we have little figurines or miniatures, and you can get them from Dungeons and Dragons. And we also, I just grab them from all sorts of different toys and stuff. And you get cool dragons and stuff. And basically, your character is represented by little guys here, and you can move them around. And this is our grid. And on the back, you have a different one. And we got this from the 3.5 edition of the Dungeon Master's Guide. The Dungeon Master's Guide at the back.
Right there.
They have some stuff, and we just pulled it out and laminated it because everyone has
food, water, drinks, that sort of thing.
Spilling and
spillage.
So we, anyways, you got some stuff here. Actually, we should laminate this stuff as well.
We should make photocopies of it and then print them out and then laminate.
Even laminated. I totally forgot about that stuff in the back of the book. All right. And you got your dice and stuff like that. You've got, I guess this is in tools of the trade. You got all your dice that you roll. You're always trying to get it.
Yeah. Now, different dice do different things.
Although we'll maybe talk about the dice and everything on a different episode.
Yeah, it's a little involved.
But there's a lot to talk about there. And this is something I bought yesterday.
Yes.
Which is called?
Streets of Shadow. And these are what are known as dungeon tiles.
Right. And this is, I think, a fairly new product. And you pop these pieces out, and they're tops of, like, rooftops. And if you want to grab the grid there...
Yeah.
You have, like, a whole city here. So... you place them on top, and
however you want.
However you want, and it's you put your little miniatures on there and keep track of what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, yeah, that was like $10, I think, for this.
Yeah,
and you get a whole pile of tiles.
Yeah,
and there's caves and stuff like that. So
yeah,
pretty cool. All right, so anything else you want to say, Rob?
Let's see. We touched on figurines. We touched on the maps.
Well, let's call them miniatures. Figurines sounds like girly or something. I don't know. Okay, go.
Yeah,
ahead,
yeah. So miniatures. Yeah, just because like they represent your character in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
And you can buy them in little packs and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
But yeah, we can teach you like where to find them as cheaply as possible if we can.
Okay, so let's finish off the show with you can follow us on Twitter, and the name is
Spell Fury.
Yes, spell it please.
SPELLFURY.
There we go. Okay, follow us. We update it like 4 times a day.
Yeah.
5 times, whatever. And also go to spellfury.com and check out our live action show. Rob's a star in it.
Well,
he plays a cleric actually as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out. There's 3 free episodes right now. There's probably might be more after you watch this. Check it out. It's live action sort of Dungeons and Dragons.
Lord of the Rings, if you're really into that sort of thing. Anything that's sword and sorcery, fantasy, anything from the 80s that you used to love, we still
then you'll probably like our show.
Yeah.
You can get it. You can watch it on YouTube as well at T-Bone Pearson. T-Bone Pear, Pearson. Check it out. I think all the episodes are up there as well. And I think that's it.
Okay.
So our first episode done.
So.
And
Skål!
Oh, yeah.